I once worked with a team that was obsessing over their homepage's conversion rate. They were tweaking colors, reorganizing sections, running tests, completely convinced the page was broken. But that homepage wasn't a conversion page, it was a navigation hub. Measuring it like a contact page was like judging a bridge and how good its coffee tastes. And that's what we're going to fix today. I'm Dana DiTomaso, and I've spent the last decade helping teams actually understand what their analytics data is trying to tell them. Most of the confusion that I see comes down to one thing. We're throwing all our pages into the same bucket and expecting them to behave the same way, and of course they don't. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a framework that can change that. Here's the situation that most teams face, and you probably do too. You've got a website with dozens, maybe hundreds of pages. Your analytics tool lumps them all together. You get a metric like average time on page, and you think, is that good, bad, who knows? Because a product page that keeps someone for 4 minutes is doing something completely different than a contact form that just takes someone 30 seconds to fill out. The core issue is that we've built our analytics on page type or maybe topic, but pages do not exist in a vacuum. Every single page in your website exists to do a job, a specific job, and the moment you start measuring pages by what they're supposed to do instead of just treating them all the same, then you can make better decisions. Think about your own site. You've got pages that guide people through your site structure. Those are your navigation pages. You've got pages that are pure content meant to educate or entertain. You've got pages designed to capture information like contact forms and newsletter signups. You might have purchase pages. And you've got pages that build your authority, your proof points, and your credibility. Those aren't the same thing, so why measure them the same way? When you tag pages by their actual purpose, your analytics will make more sense. You stop asking, why is this page not converting, and start asking, is this page doing the job it's supposed to do? That change in conversation can lead to actual improvements. So let me introduce you to the framework. It's built on something called jobs to be done. The idea that products, features, in our case pages, exist to accomplish something specific. For most websites, I've boiled jobs to be done down to 4 core items. The first is navigation. These are your hub pages, your category pages, anything designed to move people from one part of the site to another. That job is not to keep people on the page, their job is to help people find what they're looking for next. The second is content consumption. These are your blog posts, your case studies, your guides, your videos, any page whose primary job is to deliver information or a story to someone. These pages want engagement time because engagement time means someone's reading, learning, and absorbing. Third is the form fill or purchase if you have an e-commerce site. These are your conversion pages, contact forms, newsletter signups, demo requests, application pages, anywhere you're asking someone to give you their information or money in exchange for something. The job here is not to maximize time on page, it's to get people to complete the next action. And finally, we have authority. These are your About Us pages, your team pages, your credentials pages, your testimonial pages, anything designed to build credibility and trust. Someone lands here because they want to know who you are and whether or not they can trust you. The best part of this framework is it's not complicated. You don't need to get fancy. You probably have pages that already fit into these categories, so you just need to tag them. And once you do, then everything can really change in your reporting. For navigation pages, what you care about are click-through rates and exit rates. You want to know if people are finding what they came for. For content consumption, you're looking for content consumption metrics. Did they see everything on the page? Did they spend long enough on the page to read everything? Do they engage with your content? For form fill, you're looking at completion rates and form abandonment, which can tell you something's broken in your process. And for authority pages, you're looking how they support your conversions downstream. It's the same data, but with a totally different interpretation. Now, how do you actually implement this? If you're running GA4 with Google Tag Manager and WordPress, I'll show you a straightforward way that we do this. You'll want to use a custom dimension in GA4 to capture the page job. Then you're going to pass that data from your WordPress site through GTM. In your WordPress site, you can add a custom field to each page, call it page purpose, and set the value to one of your 4 jobs. Then you export that into a meta tag, and then you can configure GTM to read that field and then pass that data along to GA4. That shows up in your custom dimension. Done. I have a little bit more information on my website on how actually this works. But the result is that every single hit in GA4 now knows what that specific page is doing, which means you can segment your reports by page job. You can see how navigation pages are performing separately from content consumption pages. Your metrics can make more sense because now you're comparing apples to apples. And because it's a custom dimension, you can use it in all your reports, your explorations, your audiences, everywhere in GA4. What I've tried to do with this framework is make it so you don't need to be a technical person to understand it. You don't need developers or data engineers. You're just answering one question for each page. What job is this page right here supposed to do? If you implement this, I want to hear about it. Leave a comment on this video and tell me what you discovered about your pages when you started tagging them by purpose. That's the real learning, when you actually do it and see what your data reveals. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, as that helps other people like you find my tutorials. See you again soon.